It is that piece of proposed legislation that, according to its supporters, would avert situations like these. This here being a forceful demand for bride price by a bride's relatives from her husband. And yet it has seemingly been turned away even before being understood by, let alone the general public, but even some legislators. And if one's representative in Parliament is not conversant with the contents of the Marriage and Divorce Bill, how then will they sell its importance to their constituents? Thus argue some of those that pushed for its passing in as far as its rejection during public consultations is concerned.
I do not think these MPs had the opportunity not only to read. Reading is one thing. Internalizing it is another. And these are technical issues we're talking here. So the capacity for them to even explain or interpret the clauses for the people they were consulting, some of them you could just see or even hear what they were saying. Others, either they just didn't read or they disregarded the bill. They were quoting things which were not even in the bill.
The government has not been spared either in this regard. The decision to drop the bill came out of the ruling NRM caucus meeting held yesterday at State House in Entebbe, where 178 of the 194 MPs voted to have the bill shelved.
So what happened in NRM caucus is exactly what has been transpiring down in the villages in the constituency. So let nobody point fingers at us.
We have not done anything to our people. Some people are still complaining there are no roads, there are no schools, teachers want salaries. Then we start discussing this nonsense thing of marriage and divorce bill.
Caucus on behalf of Ugandans was very right to say no, because the caucus was giving out what they got. People talked.
Those that are crying more than the bereaved, what was their interest on this bill?
From the word go, we said this is a government bill. So it is government that has shot itself in the foot, and they'll have to explain to Ugandans what they will do next.
This bill is not a CSO bill. It's not a women's bill, as it is being referred to. This bill was presented by cabinet, was driven by ministries, was driven by ministers and the cabinet. And we, the women, came in just to support and give credence.
Well, apparently, the caucus's action was to allow the government to concentrate on issues that are of use for the development of the country. Achiro says part of their next course of action is to hold government accountable on matters pertaining to the development of Ugandans.
Probably if they had passed it, they would say, you know, the reason why we are not doing this is because we passed the marriage and divorce bill. Now that the marriage and divorce bill is not passed, can we see better roads? Can we see medicine in hospitals? Can we stop 16 women dying daily due to giving birth? Can we see better pay for teachers? Can we see better pay for doctors and medical workers? We want to see that.
Despite this latest setback, activists say they will not tire in trying to get it enacted into law, even if it means a wait for change of government.
Governments come and governments go. And if this current government cannot pass the bill, we believe another government will come and pass the bill. Because since 1957, how many governments have we changed?
Tabled in 2009, the bill provides for the types of recognized marriages in Uganda: marital rights and duties, recognition of cohabitation in relation to property rights, sets grounds for breakdown of marriage, and provides for rights of parties on dissolution of marriage. It deals with widow inheritance and separation, but also outlaws demands for return of marriage gifts given as bride price.